Got all the weights cooking here. All the weight, cutting some more weight. Weight.
It's Tucci in the house, the #1 tool guys in the business.
What's up, pals all over the world? Just kidding. But today,
All over like 4 states.
yeah, all over 4 states.
Like 8 counties.
Yeah. Today we are, there's enough room, right? So today we are picking up some weights right now because we realized that the weight bias is just way too off for what we're trying to do with the back of the track stuff, so.
It's actually so not even close. It's amazing that it semi-worked even at cap.
Yeah, it's like, it's horrifying. We'll show you the numbers because it's across 58% on the nose, so that's not very good for what we're doing, and it's common knowledge that it's supposed to be 50-50 or maybe even heavier on the rear end, 51 on the rear end. So that's kind of common knowledge, so it's not really that big a deal to share that. We got to try to fix that, get some weight. So Nick found something on Facebook that we might be able to use. It's actually a weight set with 10-pound weights, so, and they're squares, so we're gonna go pick that up right now. We just got to get this car jumped and ran over there. So looking for weight and stuff like that. To get like the official, you know, lead weight stuff, it's about 200 bucks for just 50 pounds. So right now, I mean that we probably need 300 to 400. That would just be an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah, I already ran out of money.
Yeah,
So
we ran out of money already. So right now we're on our way to potentially pick up. Well, actually we are picking up. Hopefully it's not a total waste, but we're going to pick up 200 pounds of weight for 150 bucks. So if you do the math, that's a tremendous amount of saving, but we have to make sure it works. And luckily the guy's only a minute away from where I live. All right, so these are them, which are much smaller than we thought, which is fantastic. I'm sure the boss will have a problem with it, aka Dad, but 10 pounds each, not bad. Oh, for him.
oh my god, wow.
You silly goose. Thank you, shout out. You know you are, I won't say who it is so people don't ask you for them all the time, but you know who borrowed these, we borrowed these from. Thank you so much for letting us borrow them. These are professional scales here that we know on the other scales that we used the last time we scaled it, we know how much it was, but we're gonna try these obviously and then go from there, and we'll show you what it is when we get it on the scales and then start manipulating some weight and stuff and see what makes it different and what not, and maybe you guys can learn with us on how much weight it takes to really substantially move a weight bias in a race car. All right, so now scales are underneath the car and we're gonna take a look. We have a rough estimate of what it was last time it was on the scales, so we have an exact of what it was on the scales. Now we'll see if we get pretty close to that, if not match it perfectly, which we added a couple things so far, so that would make sense, but we'll check it out.
All right, we're scaling Nick's Mustang, and so far this is what we're looking at. We gotta add a little weight to the back of this bad boy.
Yeah, hold on, do the rest of the math. So you got the front is what, 1,500?
1587. You gotta remember.
And the back is like 1,000.
Back is 1,085.
So you need 500 pounds.
Wow, we can't do 500 pounds.
No, yeah, it's 500 pounds.
All right, so for reference, I wrote this up quick. So originally, like I said before, the car was 58% on the nose, which is a tremendous amount. Right now, what we have is we have all the weights. We have the front left, front right, then rear left, and rear right. So the top is 1623, which is the total weight up front, and the back is 1450. So with 190 pounds in the car, and whatever the battery is, probably another 20-30 pounds, that means to make these equal, that they're 173 off. So I guess technically speaking, that would mean we'd have to add 173 pounds to make them equal. All right, now, so unfortunately, for reference, we don't have exact weights on these bags of sand, but with these bags of sand, 190 pounds plus 2 more 10s, so 210 pounds plus these bags plus this battery, we get on the left side 50-50, and the right side we're about 50 pounds off. All right, so I did the math again, so you don't have to go through that, but this is 190 plus 20, plus about 25, give or take, plus the battery. So that's, what, like 270 around? So with about 270 in the trunk with this car that was 58% on the nose, this is what it is with 270 in the back. Sorry, the handwriting is terrible, but The left front is 827 and the right front is 776, which gets us a total of 1605. And then the left rear is 782 and the right rear is 760. That gives us a total of 1542. So technically speaking, we're about a hair off of 50-50, 63 pounds off for being technically dead even at 50-50. So that's obviously way better. It's probably, we don't have like the percents on there, but I don't know, what'd you say? It's like 51. Probably want 51% on the nose right now. Probably with this amount of weight. So probably less than that. We're probably in the 50s, but not dead on. So if we were to figure out how to get 63 more pounds in there to make it completely even, then we'd be able to get it to exactly 50-50. But we're very, very close. So now I guess the big challenge next is to figure out how to get all this weight mounted on this car. All right, so we're underneath the car right now trying to figure out where the weight necessarily can go. We've managed to accumulate about maybe 100 pounds in different spots underneath here, including some up here. Take this light off, some on the rear end, some in the trunk on the down bars. And then also we have this, which is the parachute mount, where these will fit perfectly in, where they just slide up. And we'll have to make a place where it can mount on the bar itself. So we think we can get three sets of 4 plates on this bar, which is a good amount of weight as well. Back out in the garage again.
2 3/4.
Day before Yellow Bullet that I go.
Everybody's leaving me home.
Yeah, he's leaving too.
Fuckers.
So basically what we came down to, which I'm pretty sure I explained the last time we were out here, but basically the consensus is that we're gonna make places to hold weight. Yeah, spuds. I guess, to hold weight. So I think we're able to get 4 of them on here. 4 stacks of 3, which is 120 pounds, which is about almost, that's probably about half the amount that we need. And then we have to find other places to put other weight, but we're going to try to get 120 pounds on the back by the parachute. So right now, which we haven't done in a while, I haven't at least personally done in a while, is notch anything, but we need to cut and notch 4 bars for us to then weld where are the nuts at. So we're going to weld these nuts in there. And then we'll have to make a spacer, obviously, which we're probably not going to get to right now. And you'll make more sense, but we'll have the plates over here. Then we'll have the bolt that comes into the washer and tightens everything down. So we got to start notching and cutting and all that, and we're going to get going right now. All right, so after cutting and notching, this is able to fit 3 plates on it. Now he's going to weld a nut in here, and I'm going to start on the next one, and we got to make 4 of them. All right, about to risk my life to notch this. At least if I'm gonna hurt myself, we'll get it on camera. He's about to start welding. Wait for this to fall down. Obviously that means it's cut on the bandsaw, and that'll be number 2. All right, I'm gonna weld this one up. Let's see if I got anything left in the tank. It's been a very long time and I still suck at it anyway, so we'll give it a shot. Oh shit! What? You killed it? Come on, baby. Hell yeah. Damn, tonight might be my night. Okay, so now that they are all welded, the nuts are welded in. Now we are grinding down the paint that's already there, and we're gonna start welding them to the parachute mount, like that. All right, so we're missing a bolt. We just haven't really picked the size yet, but that is the general idea. I guess it is the idea, really, besides the bolt. Then we got a big washer and then a lock washer, and that'll just go right in. So we plan on doing 1, 2, 3, 4 for 120 pounds. All right, making progress. We got 3 tack welded on. All right, so that is the idea that we got, which is he's still got to weld around each one, and we're gonna have 3 plates on each to make 120 pounds. But right now we just got 1 on there, and we'll just 2 on this one, just to show you guys the gist of what it's going to be, which it's almost there. We just have to get the bolts, and then we'll stack 3 up, and that'll be what the final product is. And then luckily, we got clamps for the rest of this stuff, so we still have a decent amount more weight to go. We probably gotta put another 150 pounds in the car, so we got some clamps and stuff to put on these bars back here. We plan on putting a second battery in. We have the bags for some reason if we need even more that we could just kind of toss in there as we go, and then we'll probably put some on the rear end as well. But this is probably the hardest process of it all, and this is what it looks like.
You want me to just do it and you can look at the video?
Oh wow, that is nice. Nice work, nice work. We are both welding our asses off tonight, even though I only did 2 beads. All right, so he's got 2 little pieces to weld on that side, and this side is complete besides the bolts. So obviously the bolts are the missing piece, but once it's welded, we can have all 120 pounds on there and just awaiting for new bolts. All right, so that is technically the final product minus the bolts. So 120 pounds, and what's nice is that if we have a long enough bolt, we might be able to put an extra on maybe not the 2 middles, but the ends for another 20 pounds. So it's potentially 140 pounds, but definitely 120 pounds on the back, which is awesome. We're about 150 pounds short, but we will get there, and this was probably the most work we had to put into getting the weight on in the first place, and it's over with, and I think it looks pretty good. So we just need some bolts, and it'll be on there for good. And also, which is nice, is that it won't be hanging off the parachute like most people have it. It's actually all covered by the bumper, so you won't be able to see any of it. Just got back from Yellow Bullet. We got the nuts and bolts when we were gone, so I'm gonna pop those in and just show you the final product and then wrap up this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed some of the Yellow Bullet content that you just saw, but then this will be complete. The dog is all right, so that is the completion of the back part. This is probably what we'll cut off this video, and we'll do a part 2 of the back, and then hopefully that's track. We plan on going to Racetrack.STORE this weekend, and then if everything goes semi-well, then there's a race the following weekend at Racetrack.STORE out of Calverton, New York. So that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this works. Got all the weights cooking here. All the weight. Cutting some more weight. All right, so more on the weight saga. If you guys ever think about putting weight underneath the car in a very tight space that's 50 pounds, don't do it. It sucks. Thanks for watching.
Shot caller, hit place, bad bitch taker, AK slanging the S gangster, white flags the one hanging, 2-gun gang, twin Glocks, I'm flaming. Should've been a teacher, how to get your watch out.